Tracy Lockwood Beckerman. I'm a registered dietitian, usually in New York City. Today, I'm reporting to you from my kitchen at home. But regardless of where I am, it is still my job to help you figure out what to eat and why on You versus Food. Today, we're talking about a bumpin' topic that I'm personally invested in right now. What to eat when you're pregnant, or more specifically, what to eat during each stage of your pregnancy. If you're wondering how your diet should be changing now that you're pregnant, this is where your friendly neighborhood, or virtual, dietitian comes in. Pregnancy increases your body's need for certain vitamins and minerals. While your body changes during pregnancy, your hormones like estrogen, progesterone, and others are off the charts. These hormones can cause you to crave sweets, starchy carbohydrates, and fast food. This is totally normal. 50 to 90% of women experience these sometimes unusual cravings. As the saying goes, you're officially eating for two. As your body and your baby grow, you will need to increase your total intake of food and be a little bit more conscious of the foods you're eating. Nutrients from the foods you eat are transported through the placenta, the organ that develops in your uterus to provide oxygen and nutrients to your baby. A balanced diet of complex carbs, lean proteins, and healthy fats are the three key components I always recommend, but especially when you're pregnant. Calorie needs change per trimester as the baby grows. The first trimester requires no extra calories. The second requires around 340 extra calories per day, and then during your third, 450 more calories per day. But remember, always talk to your doctor or registered dietitian about the best eating plan for you and baby. Okay, so let's take it trimester by trimester. With each trimester, certain nutrients become more important. While your prenatal vitamins will boost essential nutrients, let's talk about how you can nourish your baby through your diet as well. Here are a few nutrients you should increase during your first trimester. Folic acid during the first trimester and before conception is the most critical nutrient. It can be found in either plant-based or fortified foods and should be on the top of your list during the early stages of pregnancy because it plays a major role in DNA replication and normal cell growth. I encourage you to get some folate in with foods like fortified cereal for breakfast or lentils with your spinach salad for lunch. 1 cup of lentils has 358 micrograms of folate, which has 90% of your daily folate needs. Now that's plentiful of folate right there. Additionally, docosahexaenoic acid, or DHA, is a type of omega-3 fatty acid primarily found in fish. This is critical during the first trimester because DHA is incorporated into nearly every single nerve cell in the body and is needed for the baby's nervous system to develop correctly. For example, 3 ounces of salmon have about 124 milligrams of DHA, which is about 40% of your daily needs. But limit your salmon intake to only 12 ounces per week to avoid eating too much mercury. If you don't love fish, algae oil works, or opt for omega-3 fortified eggs, which contain about 30% of your daily needs. During this stage, your blood supply increases to bring oxygen and other nutrients to your womb. For example, a 3-ounce piece of red meat has about 2.7 milligrams of iron, which is 15% of your total iron goals, while tofu is an excellent source of non-heme iron, with 3.4 milligrams or 20% of your daily needs. And guess what? 1 square of dark chocolate has the same amount of iron as tofu. But who really eats 1 square of dark chocolate anyway? I know who's gonna win in the battle in my kitchen tonight. During these months, you're also going to need more vitamin D than usual. This doesn't mean just sitting outside and catching those rays. You could sneak in sufficient levels of vitamin D in from salmon, egg yolks, mushrooms, and fortified breakfast cereals. Vitamin D works with calcium to ensure you are absorbing enough of it and keeps your bones healthy and strong. Calcium is also essential through both pregnancy and lactation, but plays a big part in the second trimester as your baby's bones continue to form and muscles strengthen. Adequate calcium levels also minimize risk of preeclampsia and blood clotting. The richest food sources of calcium come from dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese. However, you can also find high amounts of calcium in spinach, beans, and tofu. Calcium! Tofu made with calcium sulfate or calcium salt has a poppin' 86% of your daily intake needs. Finally, during your third trimester, you have 3 main goals: eating to help build your baby's solidifying bones, supporting your own slightly weakened immune system, and getting ready for your little one's arrival in just a few short months. Calcium continues to be super important during the third trimester. If you do not have enough in your diet, the calcium in your own bones will be depleted to ensure the baby has enough. Also, while known for keeping the common cold at bay, vitamin C plays an essential role in collagen growth, increases iron absorption, and helps prevent preterm birth as well as preeclampsia. Besides oranges and OJ, a cup of halved strawberries has 89 milligrams of vitamin C, which is higher than your daily need. And a cup of chopped broccoli will provide you with 81 milligrams of vitamin C, or 95% of your daily goal. Additional protein is also required throughout your pregnancy, but it is uber important during your final trimester. Protein affects fetal brain development, fetal hormone production, and supports rapid growth in the final weeks of pregnancy. Animal sources like lean meat, chicken, fish, eggs, and yogurt contain rich sources of protein, but it doesn't stop there. Plant sources like beans, nuts, seeds, tofu, and whole grains are also great choices. You've been craving beans? Chickpeas! Last but not least, selenium. Selenium functions as an antioxidant and supports adequate development of the fetus in the third trimester. Low levels of selenium may be associated with preterm infants and low birth weight. Foods high in selenium include Brazil nuts, yellowfin tuna, tofu, and shiitake mushrooms. Be gentle with yourself and allow your body to eat what it's asking for. But also, make sure to stay in tune with your growing little one and yourself, and provide both with the nutrients needed during each stage. A reminder that everyone is different, and every pregnant body is also different. So be sure to talk to your doc about what's right for you as you enter this new chapter in your life. So let's toast to your bun in the oven. Thanks for watching this episode of You vs. Food. For more tips and tricks for what to eat and why during any stage of your life, make sure to follow Well+Good's YouTube channel today. You subscribe to Well+Good's YouTube channel? Prego my ego!